Hello everybody, welcome back here to the Zero to Racing League. We're here for the 18th race of the season, the 3rd chase race, and the 5 to go mark. After this race, we're down to 4 races left here in season number 2. JT Bryant, Bobby Fraser, a couple of non-chase drivers starting on the front row. Matthew Brown, who comes in here all the way back in the 8th position. He's 29 points back from the leader, Daniel Maxwell. Garrett Sonor, Zednik Price round out your top 5. Keith Batson, who is 3rd. A big surprise. Did not think he would be this high in the chase, to be honest. He was kind of a last minute. He raced in. He was the only driver, or actually there were a few of them. He was one of the only drivers to race in without a win. Michael Harvey, Carson Scott, Kathleen Tellier, and Grayson Acevedo. Kathleen almost won last week. Had the best car, and the caution with 3 laps to go ended it for her. Look for the rest. There's Mike Tolan. Daniel Maxwell does come in with a 3-point lead. Keith Batchin 11 points back. Mike Tolan 12 points back. Miles Jones 15 points back. That's your top 5. And then we go down to Chris Dodd, who's starting right here. He's all the way back, 28 points back. And then after that, here's Joseph Romanok, who's last in the chase right now. He's 12th, 38 points back. So from 6th to 12th, they're 28 to 38 points back. But from 1st to 5th, it's only 15 points separates them. So let's get the command here. This will be a very fun race. Last time we came here was Joshua Jones. Joshua, as we're looking at the qualifying, Joshua Jones is starting 25th. Not sure where he started last time we raced here, but it was a night race. He picked up the win, his first win, the win that got him in the chase, and that helped him. He did so good after that. He finished 2nd at Daytona, and then the win at Atlanta, and I thought he was going to win Las Vegas, Martinsville, Boston. Then he kind of going down some starting at Chicago, but Joshua knows he can have an excellent run here. Let's get the command and get going here at Atlanta. There was the command. Hopefully y'all heard it, as we're about to be rolling off very, very shortly here. It is the pace car rolling off. JT Bryant, once again, this 24 starting up front. So as we're coming back, this 24 has been on pole 3 other times, and that was all by the rookie Alexander Russell. And now it's the new rookie in this car, and that's JT Bryant, officially driving for this team next year. It is official, and this is his first ever pole, as well as the first pole for him in the 24. But this is the 4th pole for the 24. Definitely the most poles out of anyone. Very impressive out of this 24 group. They always have the fastest cars qualifying, but how does it go in the race? We're here for a day race here. Bobby Fraser, one of his best starting positions this season besides the pole at Daytona. So here we go. JT Bryant in the 24, Bobby in the 91. 5 races to go to crown a championship in season 2. Green flags out at Atlanta. JT Bryant leads lap 1. Matthew Brown knows for the championship he is trying to win. He needs to dig himself out of the hole. He's 8th in points. He needs to lead the most laps, get max points. But as you see, Zednik's going to move him out the way, and now Matthew's going to be on the outside. We see early on here on restarts and starts, if you're on this inside, you can get going. Once the run dies down, the inside is still the best, but you can make some passes on the outside. But now this inside is really where you would love to be. As you see the 10 car Matthew Brown get moved out the way. And here Zednik Price did lead that lap. But you see now only 3 laps in. Matthew Brown has a run down the backstretch. Will he even clear the 2 right here going into 3? He will. Matthew Brown is actually going to now retake the race lead on the outside. So this 10 car is fast. Started 3rd. Did not expect him to make a move to keep that lead from the outside. So Matthew Brown definitely wants to get a win. He did not have a win coming into the chase. He did win the All-Star race though. Here's Mike Tolan on the outside in the 44. He's 5th in points, 15 points back. Part of that top 5, or 4th in points, part of the top 5. Keith Batson 3 wide, way out here. Not where he would like to be, next to his fellow chase competitors Miles and Grayson Acevedo. And then as we go to the front, you can see the 41 car. This is Anthony Corby, hottest driver the last 3 races, really. Kentucky, he won. He won Old Spice 2 in a row. Pensacola, that's a restricted plate race, so we couldn't really throw him in there. But now that we're here at just a normal mile and a half, expect Anthony Corby. His season is winding down as well as his career. Expect him to maybe be up front, maybe even get another win, as we see the 28 last week's winner, Matt Johnson, making a move on the inside of whoever that was up here. Was that Matt Johnson? Yep. Wait, is that Matt Johnson? Or was that Mendez? That's Edwin Mendez, actually, making a move on the 99. And now we see JT Bryant's on this outside all alone. The draft isn't as big here as it was last week at Pensacola, but the draft definitely, if you have someone on the outside, you can get going better than if you were all by yourself. As now Anthony Corby's even going to go to the outside, as it looks like Carson Scott's rounding out this top 10, and then we got side-by-side battles all throughout back here. Here we have William Brock, Mike Tolan, Daniel Maxwell, the points leader, and Chris Dodd. Chris Dodd still looking for his first win of the season, as he's in the chase, though. The only driver in the top 10 right now for the chase is actually Matthew Brown, who's out front leading it. Edwin Mendez is running 11th. Great run by Edwin here early on. I don't think he's returning back in this 38 car next season, but great run for him early on. This 25 car is going to be open when we go to signups. Carson Scott stepping down, running the Old Spice Amateur Series. As we going a little further back, here's Joshua Jones. He started 25th. Looks like he's right inside the top 20. He is 20th last time by. That was in front of Miles and the 16 car, so he might even be maybe 19th or so now. So we're going to the front. Ferdinand Gabot's 3 wide, way out on the outside. Here comes Carson Scott on the inside of John Arndt. Carson Scott making some moves. Never won in the Cup Series. He won in a Blockbuster race all the way back in Season 1. The Season 1 of Blockbuster. Yeah, it doesn't even exist anymore. That's how long ago that was. But he's never won in a Cup Series, and he has shown a little promise the last couple weeks. He's 14th in points. So here's Bobby Fraser really trying to turn his season around before he goes to his own team. I know he would love to get a win. He really would love to get a win for DW Motorsports. As we see now, Zednick Price is going to the inside. We're going to jump on board with Zednick real quick. Actually, I lied. We're going to jump on board with Bobby Fraser. He's going under his teammate Cody Smart, who's up here in the top 5. But here's Bobby Fraser. He's going to get on the right on the back bumper of the 2 car. He's actually going to maybe make it 3 wide going into turn 1. Bobby Fraser, the Season 1 champion, is making bold moves here at Atlanta. I don't think it's going to stick, though. The 2 and the 10 get the run, and the 2 gets the better run. New leader, Zednick Price, now is going to clear them. And now Carson goes 3 wide. He's got Edwin Mendez on the inside. He's got some help. How far does Carson drive it in? Carson's going to maybe slide up in front of Bobby right here. No, still 3 wide. No, he's going to slide up this time. Carson Scott up to second. Here's Cody Smart, a very talented young driver. Dejon, who owns this team, is wanting Cody to come back. Cody didn't even have to really ask, as you see now he's jumping to the bottom, and he's going to have Mike Tolan behind him. The 10 car is able to work this outside. This is one of the only drivers we've been able to see work the outside later in runs and whatnot, and he just ran the outside to pass Carson for second once again. Now Carson's going to be on the out. No, I thought the 12 was going to make him. Oh, look at him slide down almost in front of the 12. As we're looking in the back, it looks like Patrick Gill's having some problems. A chase driver, as well as Joseph Romanok, started in the back, trying to work his way up front. Keith Batson, he started up front. He's kind of fallen back now. Joshua Jones, Chris Daw as well. Wow. Miles Jones. And then we have this big pack just up here all leading the pack. Matthew Johnson, though, or my bad. Excuse me. Matthew Brown looks like definitely has one of the best cars here today. He is up front. He's going for the race lead now in the 10 car. He can make his car work on the outside. He can make it work on the inside. He is not scared to go anywhere he can. Mike Tolan as well. Mike Tolan now is being as aggressive as the 10 car, but he's up here in the top 5, which is a great run for Mike Tolan. Mike Tolan comes in here all the way 5th in points. Yeah, my bad, 4th in points. We talked about it. He's 12 points back. This could really help him as well as Matthew Brown if Matthew could pull this off. A good finish, that is, maybe even a win. He's 8th, 29 points back. And with Daniel Maxwell and the other chase drivers not really running well, and as I say that, Daniel, I think, has just moved inside the top 10. But, yeah, just excellent run. Yeah, Daniel has moved inside the top 10. But excellent run by this 10 car, trying to gain as much points as he can to close in on the championship. So we're looking through the field. It's like Patrick continues to fall back. What was that? The 12 and 55 made some contact. It looks like we have pit stops. There's a wreck in the back. They are coming down pit road. Drivers are trying to hit pit road and whatnot on lap 17 of 49. There was a wreck. I think caution's out, but these drivers are pitting already. Not sure why. It looks like I don't think any chase driver was involved in the wreck. It looks like the 14. So Miles Jones and the 10 of Matthew Brown on pit road. Not sure. I don't think this is actually going to help them any. This could end up hurting them. You see the 6 of James Richardson pull on pit road. This could end up hurting them. They pitted. Not sure how this is going to work. We've seen pit stops during cautions and whatnot always mess some drivers up. There you see the rest of the field as they're going to go ahead and come down. Matthew Brown wins this race off pit road, who they pitted right at the caution. Here's the second pack. Mike Tolan's leading everyone down. James Richardson still pulling off pit road. He had some damage to repair. We're going to go check out the caution soon. And it looks like, so Mike Tolan led them down. Oh, Bobby Frazier's got some damage, it looks like. That's not good for him. He was running up front for most of the race so far. He's going to be the first one off. Here comes Mike Tolan. He was first on. And it will be Mike Tolan, Nick Perklees, Bobby, Anthony, Daniel Maxwell. Top 5 off that run, but I believe Matthew Brown is going to be the race leader. Cody Smart, the 2 of Zednick Price, the 62 Emmanuel Hartnett, Miles Jones, Noah Kramer played the strategy, come down during that caution. I believe they're going to be the race leaders. We're going to check on that, but first let's go look at the first caution of the day. We almost had a caution up here. Cody Smart trying to get on pit road. He comes down, doesn't see the 55. It almost wrecked himself. That's what happened there. And you see in the back the wreck was happening. As we go to the back, what happened? So it looks like Jesse Turner's around, Dejon Weeks, Christian, Joshua, and Fitzwater, the 5 I had said. It's going to start about up here, it looks like. Let's look. Where's it going to start? In front of Chris Dodd, maybe? Missed it. It's going to be the 6 of James Richardson. He tried to do the same thing we saw up there with Cody Smart. Didn't work out for him. He's going to get clipped by John Andrews. Go up the track. Almost collect the 83 of Joseph Romanok, who's in the chase. And then this outside lane, all of them just run into it. Not too much damage to these drivers all back here. Mostly looks like Dejon, Christian, Jesse, and the 6 of James Richardson have the most damage. We'll go on board with Dejon Weeks very quickly here before we go back green. He sees the wreck and he's going high and right and just nowhere to go. So 5-car wreck here, trying to get on pit road. Everyone's hit pit stops now, and I believe your race leader is not Mr. Mike Tolan, but the 10 of Matthew Brown. We'll be back and make sure. So, the drivers who did come down pit road played it well, especially Emmanuel Hartnett and Noah Kramer. They were way in the back. They came down during that caution. No penalty to your top 6. Your 7th will be Mike Tolan, first off of that second round of pit stops. I believe there was they didn't, Zero to Racing League officials just didn't want to throw, I don't know how to say it really. I think they didn't want the caution. I don't think they closed pit road when the caution came out. I think the pit road is closed when the leader takes the next lap, since this racetrack's to the line. When the leader takes the next lap, I believe that's what's in the rule book. Not 100% sure, but that's what it's looking like. So your top 6, they hit pit road before these other drivers, and definitely an advantage for Hartnett, Jones, and Kramer. These other top 3, though, Cody Smart having an excellent race, still looking for victory lane, as well as this 10. Actually, you know what? Your whole top 6 is still looking for their first career wins. I lied. Your top 5, Noah Kramer has visited victory lane 1 season ago, and we're getting going here. Matthew kind of played some games in the restart zone, held up the field, and that's going to allow the 2 car run on the inside of the 12. Here comes Zednik Price. The 12 is on this outside lane. There's no grip up here at the start of these restarts. You want to be on the inside. Cody Smart, how far back is he about to fall? It looks like Mike Tolan's actually going to jump to this outside. Here comes Cody Smart's teammate, Bobby Fraser. And now Emmanuel Hartnett's going to get put on the outside as the 42 and 43 make a move on the inside here. Coming up to halfway soon as Zednik is all on the back bumper of the 10 car. Just no. Look at this. Does he make the move down the back? I'm not sure he will. We're going to hit halfway next lap down the backstretch. The 2 is not making a move. Here comes Miles. And Bobby Fraser, he was second off pit road. He's already up into the top 5. Bobby Fraser has definitely come here today. He has had just not the season he wanted. And yeah, Bobby has not had the season he wanted after winning the championship last year. He's actually going to be on the outside here. He's going to even go, oh my gosh. My bad. I thought Emmanuel Hartnett almost was about to turn him. Here comes Daniel Maxwell, though, your points leader. 3-point lead over William Brock. William is not having the best day. William is running pretty far back, actually. It looks like right outside the top 20, maybe 23rd. Joshua Jones as well, Grayson Acevedo, Chris Dodd, Colin Lindsay, some big names that everyone thought might. Oh, Grayson Acevedo is actually kind of running up here. He's right outside the top 10, maybe. It looks like. Your top 4 is bumper to bumper, though, for this race lead. We are past halfway now. There goes for the race lead. Zednik Price in the 2 with Miles Jones behind him. Miles Jones, a road course racer, but has definitely proved himself here on the speedways, on the 1.5 miles, on ovals pretty much this season. Coming in, he said, "Watch me on the road courses." He didn't do bad in either one, but he is definitely a lot better on these ovals for sure, as he's trying to go for the race. Where'd John Arndt come from? Here's John Arndt up here in 4th, trying to push Miles to the race lead. And he's got his teammate back there, JT Bryant. And Scott Racing's got some teammates, Noah Kramer and Carson Scott. Carson looked like he was trying to go on that inside and jumps right back to the outside to help his teammate. Bobby Fraser's up here, and look at this too, getting such a huge push. John Arndt's going 3 wide for the race lead, but we know this inside is not that effective. But I say that John Arndt 3 wide with his JA teammate behind him. John Arndt to the race lead, your Phoenix winner. Carson makes it 3 wide. Carson Scott is going in. I'm sorry for my phone ringing. I'm going to mute my mic till it's done. I'm sorry about that, but we come back, and now you see the top 3 kind of singled out. And now Carson jumps to the inside of this JA Racing teammates up here. Carson's going for the race lead under John Arndt, who's got his teammate. We saw Zednik fall back, Noah Kramer. Here is the 10 of Matthew. My bad. Matthew Brown. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to see pit stops again. They pitted right before halfway, so maybe one more round. As you see the 24 almost come across the front bumper of the 2. And it looks like John Arndt's having this outside work some. Carson's not going to be able to take the race lead. John Arndt still out front here at Atlanta in this 05 Zaxby's machine. Very impressive run by John here late. Here's Daniel. Chris Dodd now. We talked about him. He was in the back some. Look, he's up here in the top 10. As well as Grayson Acevedo. Here, and look who's coming. Joshua and William Brock. They're right outside the top 10. As well as Anthony Corby. I knew Joshua and William Brock. They were right outside the top 20 a few laps ago. They have a decent car. I mean, it looks like they do. As long as they stay on this inside, it looks like their cars do not handle on the outside. They're going to go 3 wide here. Joshua's working his way up right here inside of the top 10. Joshua Jones, last time we came to Atlanta, he won it. It was the night race, though. And now, look, Chris Dodd, Joshua Jones, William Brock, bumper to bumper, the 3 of the favorites to win. And look who's right in front of them. The 7, the actual points leader, Daniel Maxwell. And the 10 has fallen back since the restart. And now they're actually going to move the 7 out the way. Here comes Chris Dodd leading this pack, leading the 5 and the 99. These 3 are definitely the favorites for the championship. Chris Dodd hasn't won a race yet, but normal season champion. The 5, Joshua, he's so strong. The 99, William Brock. The 26 next year. He's going to be the 26, but he's the 99 for now. He definitely, the middle part of the season just had such a good run. Such a good run for him. Ended up finally winning at Charlotte. As we got a battle for the race lead. Carson and John Arndt, 2 buddies here. They have an alliance. They both team owners, and they're out front here today. Carson couldn't get it done. But it looks like, look who's coming up for 3rd. Here comes Chris Dodd. Could Chris Dodd maybe get his first win of his career as well as season? Here inside of the chase. We've yet to have a chase driver win, by the way, guys. We've had 2 chase races. Daniel Maxwell on the outside battling with William Brock. It looks like that's for the 7th position. So it looks like chase drivers really turning it on here late. We got to have pit stops again. There's no way they won't go the rest of the way. Or they can go the rest of the way. And it looks like Chris Dodd's getting a nice push from JT Bryant on the inside. Not really a push, but you know. And now it looks like Daniel Maxwell is going to fall right behind the 99. Your top 8's kind of pulled away. These got four chase drivers in this. And look at Chris Dodd almost get turned by JT Bryant. Looks like JT did not appreciate Chris Dodd come down right in front of him like that. And we got some pit stops happening here on lap 37. Looks like they were on during lap 36. There was the drivers all involved in the wreck earlier, but it looks like Joseph Romanok not having the best day. He's last in chase standings, not what he wanted. So we got a race for the lead, and we got race for pit stops. They're going to hit pit road right here. Carson, the drivers on the outside are staying out. And this is where it gets dicey. The 10's got some back end damage. Maybe that's why he's starting to fall back. And they cannot wreck getting on pit road right here. This is where they got to be careful. And I think they're going to be okay. Carson stays out, though. He is the race leader. All right, everyone's okay. Let's see where William, Joshua, Chris Dodd, as well as Daniel Maxwell. I think Daniel's actually stayed out. We're going to see where they end up running, though. Carson's bringing the rest of them down. Does anyone try to stay out? They're going to be pitting with these drivers. I believe everyone's going to be able to make it to the end now. But who's going to have the better green flag run, it looks like. It looks like we've had a lot of close calls, but not that many as... We're going to jump up front here to one of the drivers up here. Not too close of a call to call as a caution. The only caution was because of the pit stops. And it looks like JT's getting stuck. He can't get in his stall. And now he's going to get in it. It looks like he was just getting stuck behind some drivers. Caution's out. This could change everything. Where is it? Who was involved? Was it a chase driver? It looks like Christian Mistrack maybe. I don't see it. No, it looks like Dejon blew up. Dejon Weeks is blown up in the 21. It's going to be a shootout. I believe everyone's on the lead lap. John Arndt, he's going to save it. He got turned right there coming under caution. I believe everyone's on the lead lap. Dejon Weeks looks like to be a lap down, but I believe everyone's on the lead lap. Chris Dodd's slow. What's going on with Chris Dodd? Maybe just trying to fall into position. We're going to have to check. I don't believe we're going to see any pit stops here. I do not believe so. I'm not sure who the race leader is. All those drivers, definitely not the winners there who was on pit road last, it looks like. Everyone's got to speed around this pace car. Who's going to be the leader? Looks like a lot of drivers with damage, actually. Garrison, oh, wow. I think maybe when the 21 blew up, he might have caused a stack up. We're going to have to check on that. Who's the leader, guys? Carson's on pit road. Oh, Ferdinand's all torn up. And it looks like Nick Perkles could be the race leader. And these drivers might actually have had the advantage when I said they didn't. Well, it looks like Nick Perkles is the race leader. We're going to go check out the caution, though. We'll be right back. So, it looks like it was actually Edwin Mendez. He was coming off pit road. Gets turned by J Day. We got to slow it down right here because this is a hard hit. Dejon just runs in the back of Edwin Mendez right there. And then Edwin comes back down across the track. But let's see. Does anyone run into the back of the 21 car? No. So where does the other accidents happen? It's like the drivers. Oh, right here could be. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at these drivers. They're all just piling in. They're going so fast. Oh, wow. Collins in. Oh, Collins takes a hard hit. The 58 and 8. There was just some teammates. They were just slowing down. Looks like they weren't getting the memo. Just slow down because of the caution. And let's see who checks up first. Could it be Romanok up here? I think so. These drivers are just so fast. Look at them come in. Keith Batson's in it. He's a Mike Tolan, Colin Lindsay. You just hate to see that. This not sure what's gonna happen. All right, guys. Here comes J Day in this little pack. Miles, a chase driver. We're gonna see how they're gonna restart. Caution's out here. Maybe 6 laps to go on the restart. We're gonna check it out. Do not miss this restart. We come back live, and Nick Perkles is pitting from the lead. What's going on with Nick Perkles? Maybe a mechanical issue? That is not good. Carson Scott finally got back on track. We had some retirees. We'll check in on that in a second. It's the 8, the 58. Those are some teammates right there. Hate to see that. Edwin Mendez and Dejon looks like he lost his clutch. Nick Perkles, some mechanical issues. They got it going fast. Not sure what's going on, but look, this lead. Look who's up here. Mr. Patrick Gill had a horrible race. Been in the back all race. He is up here in third. We should begin the one to go soon, by the way. Noah Kramer's your race leader. Daniel Maxwell, your points leader. Patrick Gill, Tyler Merkel, Matt Johnson. Those drivers, haven't even talked about them much today. Then we go to the normal people who've been up front. Not normal people, but, the people who've been up front. JT Bryant, John Arndt, Grayson Acevedo, Bobby Fraser, Chris Dodge, top 10. Zednick Price, Cody Smart, Joshua Jones with some back-end damage. This 35 car is now Chester Harvey, Joseph Romanok, John Racer, my bad, John Andrews, the 99 of William Brock is way back here now, Anthony Corby, Emmanuel Hartnett. A lot of drivers damaged because of that block up we saw. That 39, the 44, the 3, they're back here. That's some chase drivers. Miles Jones is back here. Should be the one to go signal. So we'll restart with 6 laps to go. Everyone can make it on fuel. Nick Perkles got going. Very, very strange what happened to him. Not sure, but he should be able to get around some of these drivers back here because they look like they're very slow. So Noah Kramer trying to win. Hasn't won since Richmond 1 year ago. Daniel Maxwell's won at Richmond. Patrick Gill ended up winning at Chicago. That's a 1.5-mile track. Tyler Merkel's never been to victory lane. He's up here in 4th, guys. Matt Johnson, he's a 2-time winner now. Did not put that down. Put that down. He's a 2-time winner, guys. He can... Ooh. Wow, I believe we're going to have a pretty good finish here, guys. And then we got these drivers, the ones who've been up front all day. We're not sure how Patrick's car is going to be up front, as well as Noah's. Daniel's been kind of close to the front, not up front though. So this will be a real test to his strength. We got to see how the 99 and the 5 see how much they can gain here at the end. Joshua's restarting. As we said, 13th. Williams 17th. 6-lap shootout at Atlanta. We see crazy finishes here all the time. Green flags out once again here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. 6 laps to go. Actually, it's 5 laps to go. Does Noah Kramer hold them off? We see movement all throughout the back. Cody Smart, Daniel Maxwell, not Daniel Maxwell. Oh, look, they're all going to go around Noah Kramer, though. They jump to the inside. Now here comes Daniel Maxwell to the race lead. He's got Patrick Gill, Tyler Merkel, JT Bryant, John Arndt. They're all coming. Patrick make a move here for 3 wide. Yes, he will. We've seen so many of those moves before. Patrick Gill trying to get the race lead here late. It's some chase drivers battling for a win. No chase drivers won yet in the chase. And Patrick's car just not so strong on the inside, but he's actually going to be side by side with Daniel down the backstretch. Going into 3 and 4. Oh, Patrick's kind of... Oh, no, I think Daniel's going to have the advantage, the runoff of 4 here. Here's JT Bryant with his owner behind him. 3 wide at the line. 3 to go. Oh, yeah, they've all lost it. Here comes Daniel. I think Daniel's going to clear them for the race lead. Daniel from the top to the bottom. JT with the run, though. It is not over. Look who... I told you he was making his way back to the front. Here's Joshua Jones in the top 5 late. The 99, he's not going anywhere. But the 5 is coming up. They're side by side. 2 laps to go. We got Toyota and mainly... not Hendrick, but Chevy. There's a Hendrick car up here. And they're going... I think John just messed up his teammate right there. That's his driver. They don't want Daniel to win. Patrick, though, is in a great position. A day that could have definitely not been so good. JT, though, he's going to have a lap. Does he have enough on this inside? Daniel Maxwell, the points leader. He won at Richmond to make the chase. He has shown he's an excellent driver now late here in the series. White flags out. Season, not series. Does anyone have enough? JT Bryant looking for a career best finish, I believe. Down the backstretch. I think Patrick's right there. Could he make a move on JT Bryant? JT's going on the inside. Here we go. This is the last lap. Does Daniel hold them off on the outside? It looks like he will. Back on. He's going to clear JT. Joshua with a top 5 at the end. Daniel Maxwell, the points leader, picks up the win. The first chase driver to win a chase race. JT Bryant with a career best. Patrick Gill. Told you Joshua was coming out of nowhere, guys. And then it looks like the 05 will finish 5th. That is John Arndt. What a race. JT almost had him there on the last lap. Couldn't get it done. I have to say that was a pretty good race, guys. I enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed it too. We're looking at the final results right there. You can see them all. All right. Pull up points real quick. JT Bryant finished 2nd. Patrick Gill, Joshua Jones, and John Arndt, Anthony Corby, Bobby Fraser, Tyler Merkel, Chester Harvey, Chris Dodd, your top 10. And this definitely, where'd William finish? William, at the end, he didn't go anywhere. He dropped positions, 20th. So, Daniel Maxwell, of course, we know he's going to keep the points lead, but how much? I know y'all want to know. William Brock's still 2nd. That's very surprising. He's 23 points back, though. And then another 10 points back is Keith Batson in 3rd. Daniel Maxwell's got to be happy right now. 2nd career win. He now has to survive Talladega next week. That is where points can really shift around once again. And after that, you just got to have a safe race. Rockingham, Kansas, Homestead. And Rockingham's a short track, kind of like Richmond. So he's won at Richmond. Daniel has, that is. Daniel really showing off here late. Could we see Daniel Maxwell end up winning the championship? Not one of the favorites. Joshua Jones with his finish is going to move up to 4th in points. Patrick Gilmore's up to 5th. They're both 35 points out. Both of them are, that is. So both of them really closed in well today. Not closed in points-wise, but closed in position-wise. They need to close in points. Daniel, I know everyone's hoping for Daniel to not have the best race, but he had the best race here. He won it. 12th, Colin Lindsay. He fell all the way back to 12th. 56 points out now. That is definitely not what he wanted. Colin might have just... Him, Joseph Romanok, Matthew Brown down to 10th as well. They're 40, 54, 55, 56 points out. Miles Jones is 44 points out and 9th. Grayson's 41 points out. Mike Tolan's 39 points out. Chris Dodd 38 points out. You'll see it all next, don't worry. Not sure how it's going to be, but yeah, this could come down to the wire, guys. We got 4 races to go. Thank you so much for watching. Read your top 28. I'm just kidding. I did not read it, but you can look. Here we go. Disappointing finish of the race would definitely have to be... Gotta find it. Matthew Brown, yeah, 27th. Led the most laps, I believe. He definitely had the best car. Pitts at the end, though, killed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all liked it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. We're at 111, boys. So close to 112. But that's one away, yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. Points are coming up next. Burnouts coming up next. Next week is Talladega. Looking forward to that race. Should be a good one. And don't forget to subscribe, like it, and I love all of y'all so much.